What's going on, everyone? It's Scott here from the Break Evens, giving you another FPL video. As you saw in the last one, we had an international break. I thought it was 2 weeks, but I believe it was only one because we're back this weekend. So getting this video out, just for reference, this video is being recorded on Tuesday the 15th. In regards to Bukayo Saka, no super solid concrete news on him at the moment, so it'll all just be my thoughts in this video. So just beware of that because this is being uploaded on the Friday, but this is recorded on the Tuesday. So before we get into the podcast, today will just be on my transfer thoughts and my team going into this weekend because I did the team review last week. So if you missed that video, go check that on YouTube at the Break Evens. But if you want to find us on Twitter/X, don't forget to find and like and follow at Break Evens Pod, and on Facebook, the Break Evens Facebook page. Everything's posted there. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything, make sure you send through to them. So without further ado, this will probably be a quick one, but let's get into my side and my thoughts on transfers. All right, so here we are. So there's a few things that I have to think about this weekend. Is that, am I going to keep Edison with how poor Man City have been? So 3-2 win, great. Conceded 2, 1-1, conceded. They've conceded every week except for against Chelsea, which is absolutely great being a Chelsea fan. So can we rely on the Man City defense? They have the Wolves this week, which, again, it's a great fixture. I have Rico Lewis there already, so I'm already in that Man City defense. Do I want to double up? If I wanted to, I could go Raya. They have Bournemouth this week, I believe. Yep. Oh, sorry. It was just looked a bit weird there. They got Bournemouth, but then they have a tough run. So I don't really want to double up on that Arsenal defense. Do I go cheaper? I can. I could go Flecken. Let me find Flecken here. Here he is at 4.5, so I'd make some money. They got United this week. Could be a good week. Don't really want to go there. I think I'm going to stick with Edison. But I'll definitely look at moving to Raya in the next few weeks, I think, after those tough fixtures. So I think I'm going to keep my goalkeepers as is Edison and Iverson. Looking here in defense, I want to keep Porro just for now, the next probably 4 weeks, and then I might look to move him on. So he's going to stay. Rico Lewis is going to stay. Trent's going to stay, and Saliba's going to stay. So it's really just Aina here, which, if you look at these fixtures, next 3 are great, and then a possible tough one. Did not mean to get out of that. If we look, he's played 90 minutes except for the first week, 90, 90, 90, 90. I think Forrest could keep a clean sheet here. If not, I think he could potentially get on the scoring board, potentially. But I think I'll be playing for those clean sheet points anyway. If I wanted to, he could just be on the bench this week, or I could play him on field. It all depends what happens with the rest of my team, but I'm pretty happy with the defense. So goalkeeper defense, I'm pretty happy. If I wanted to get rid of Aina, I'd probably go for Greaves from Ipswich, just because that cheap enabler, I could change things in my team. But at the moment, I think I'm staying with Aina. Now, this is where things, you know what, I'll stick with. I'll go with my forwards next because Solanke and Haaland, they're staying. We have Calvert-Lewin, who is the big one. You look at his points, 2, 2, 12, good there. He scored 1 goal, 1 assist. Villa, 6 points. He scored a goal. And then I brought him in because of the fixtures, and he's gone to 1-2. Hasn't really looked like scoring. There was a possible penalty last week that wasn't given. So he's getting in the box. He's not getting those good chances. Do I want to keep him? The answer is yes. Basically, for these fixtures. He's got United there, so I could probably bench him in that game if I had the right team around him. But basically, everything, he's going to score eventually. So that's my thoughts. I think you hold Calvert-Lewin. A lot of people might be chasing McNeil in that midfield. His points are already gone. Do you think he can keep that up? We shall see. But I think Calvert-Lewin is still a hold just because of those fixtures, and he can score goals. Ipswich this week, there's going to be goals, and hopefully he gets on the end of them. So we'll go to the midfield, and we'll quickly just go through Smith Rowe, Aston Villa this week, and then good fixtures. So he's definitely staying. Will he be on field? I'm not sure. Depends how I want to line up and what happens. Rodgers against Fulham. Even though it says it's an okay fixture, I still think he could do very well. And he has Bournemouth, and then that's when he starts to become a bit of a rotation. So he's definitely going to stay there. 5.1 mil. You're not going to get anyone better at his price or less. So he's going to stay there, and Mbeumo is going to stay. Yes, he's playing United, but this guy gets goals. He's on penalties. So if there is a pen, he's going to be on it. Good fixtures. Staying. Now we move to Saka and Semenyo. So Saka picked up, it says leg injury, but it looks to be some hamstring tightness. That's the rumors going around. A lot of people saying he should be okay to get up. But on the other hand, if he doesn't get up, he's probably only going to miss 1 week. So I think he is a hold if you have the right team. Now, if he's out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, then I will be looking to move him on. But at this stage, I'm going to keep Bukayo Saka just because I think he will play. He's young. He usually recovers pretty fast, so he should be okay there. But keep an eye on the final team that I post on Twitter. Don't forget at BreakEvensPod to see what I do there. But I think he is a hold. But again, this has been recorded on the Tuesday, so we don't exactly know any news. And Semenyo is the last one. You look at these fixtures, and it's just yuck. You look at his scoring history. 1, 2, 7, very good there. And 2, I am definitely getting rid of him. The only question is, who do I go? So I have 6.1. So we'll go here, 6.2 or less. And we will go via price. So 6.2 we can't get. So we'll start at He Chan. Wolves, you can see here, have City not going near him. Marino, he's played 29 minutes last week, so he's not set. And Cuckoo, we know he's up and down. Jolinton has been playing 90, but he's more that defensive guy. He's only got 1 goal so far this season, so you don't really want to go there. You're looking for a clean sheet to bump him up to maybe a 4 or a 5. Smodix, Silva, you could go Paqueta. It's been getting minutes on that left-hand side for West Ham. They do have Spurs who have been conceding, so it could be an option there. Ismail Assar is someone who is a bit left field playing Forest. Hasn't scored a whole bunch of points, but he's very talented, and he could be a dark horse, but I'm not really going to go there. Anthony, I'm already getting rid of Semenyo. Dewsbury Hall, no. McNeil, people are going to want to jump on. Great fixtures. He's got that 12 and 15 pointer, but then 2 after that. I'm not saying don't do it, but I have Calvert-Lewin. I don't want to double up. So I'm going to not get McNeil and hold on to Calvert-Lewin. If you don't have Smith Rowe, you have to get him. Somerville could be another one out there for West Ham. With his points, though, he's building a picket fence or ones, even though he has looked good when he has been playing. Awobi Kovacic, 15 points there. He scored the 2 goals. Is that going to happen every week? No. When he does score, though, he scores high in fantasy, which makes sense. Bonus points everywhere. But Pep Roulette can't really trust it. We move here. You could go Aminte, but he's playing Newcastle, which could be tough. Did score a goal against Tottenham, though, with the 86 minutes. But how many minutes does he play? You can see it's a bit inconsistent, being a younger guy. And apart from that, I don't really like anyone else from 5.2 down, except for this man, Callum Hudson-Odoi. So we've seen with Aina, great fixtures here. Great fixtures. His scoring history, 3-3-2-7-4-1-2. Not the best, not the worst. I think, though, Crystal Palace defensively haven't been the most solid, so I think he could do really well here. And he's someone who I think I could definitely look at. So if I put Hudson-Odoi in, I've been playing on that right side. I forgot to show you consistent minutes, 71, 90, 79, 2 games off the bench, 90, 81. We've just had international break. So he should be good to go. I think he scores this week. So I'm going to look at him. So now if I look at my team as a whole, how am I going to line up? I think Saliba, Porro, Lewis are locked in. Definitely 3 there. I'm probably going to have to choose one of Smith Rowe and Rogers, who I think is most likely to score. You'd say recent form, you'd say Smith Rowe, just because 10, 7, 8 compared to Rogers. He had that 10 and that 7, but then apart from that, he hasn't really scored. I'd probably go Smith Rowe over Rogers, but if you have one of these guys, you'd probably play one of them. And Buemo's definitely going to. So I've got 3 and 1, 2 locked in, and I've got 3 up front. So it's going to have to be a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3 or what? I don't even think you can do a 5-3-1, 5-4-1. But obviously, I've got Slanky, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. So I'm going to have 3. So it's either 3-4-3 or a 4-3-3. And it'll all depend on Bukayo Saka. If news comes out, Saka's good to play, awesome. I'll probably do Saliba, Lewis, and then I'd have to flip a coin between Arnold and Porro. Chelsea's defense, really crap. But their offense is really good. So can Liverpool keep a clean sheet? They've been the best defense this season. If you look, 1, so they've only conceded 2 goals this season. What do I do? What do I do? But I'll definitely be looking at team news there. But if I'm going 4 at the back, my mind's basically already made up with Saliba, Arnold, Lewis, and Porro. I do feel dirty with Aina there. I could take a risk and, Porro hasn't scored widely great, but could definitely do well. And Arnold, he's been pretty consistent. So a choice there. If Saka plays, I'll probably look at Saka and Buemo, and then I have a choice here between these 3. Could even be Hudson-Odoi. So I think I'm going to go a 4-3-3. If Saka isn't playing, then I don't think that changes a thing. I still think I'm going to 4-3-3. And yeah, probably choosing Hudson-Odoi and then hoping, if news doesn't come out that Saka is confirmed to play, I could still have Saka on the bench. So if he does start and play, I can get his points. But if he doesn't get on the ground, between Smith Rowe and Rogers, who I think is better. I'll have them on the bench spots. So that's how I'm going into this game week. What I'm going to do is going to switch over to Fantasy Football Hub, put the team in, and let you know what the algorithm thinks of my team. So give me just 1 second. So this is my team. So I'm going to analyze it. It does say 100.3 mil out of 100 mil, but that's because my team has gone up in money since I bought them. So 93 out of 100. I'll definitely take that. Um, as I said, anything around that mid 90s to high 90s is really good. So very happy there. If I quickly just go back, I'm probably going Haaland captain. And I think I'll be going Saka vice captain if he plays. I think that is the most logical thing to do. So that's my team going to Gameweek 8. I'm not going to lock in that trade because, well, that transfer, just because not exactly sure what's happening with that international break, what's happening with Saka. So I'm going to wait, but that's most likely how I'm looking. And that's going to do it for me today. So that's my thoughts going into Game Week 8. My team, my thoughts around that. I'm pretty happy and excited for this week. I think my team could do pretty well. If you want to keep up with all FPL news and content, don't forget you can hit us up on my social. So at BreakEvensPod on Twitter/X, the Facebook page, the Break Evens, and here on YouTube, the Break Evens. Like, follow, subscribe to all of those channels. Good luck for Game Week 8. Hopefully you see some green arrows. I'm looking for another green arrow. Hopefully another meal would be great. But good luck for Game Week 8. And until next time, it's bye for now.